All right, good afternoon, Viking fans, and welcome to the ballpark, to Lamar Diamond, as we get ready for the second game of the playoffs against the J.J. Pearce Mustangs. Last night was a tough loss. We're ready for some more baseball today. The players have taken the field. We just finished with the national anthem. My name is Richie Sheridan, and I am joined by Steve. Steve, how are you?
Hello, Richie. It's good to be with you today. Grateful for the chance to provide a little color commentary. Hopefully we'll have another tight game like we did last night.
Last night was a fantastic game. Tucker Isbell was absolutely tremendous. He's back in the field again today. How do you come back from a disappointing loss like last night?
Well, you just suck it up and realize that's the way the game is played, and you control what you have control over, which is yourself and how you play.
Well, speaking of who we have control over, let's go over those lineups for today. First off, for J.J. Pearce, number 2, center field, Dean Ballo. Number 14, shortstop, Garrett Schroeder. Number 22, pitching, Stefan Stahl. Stahl played the field last night. It's going to be pitching today. Number 7, catching tonight, Chris Courage. Number 17, first base, Ryan Sessions. Number 13, third baseman, Marshall Stinnett. Number 15, second baseman, Luke Mitchell. Number 5, right fielder, Caden Varner. Number 4, left fielder, Tanner Brickert. And, Steve, there's way too many names for us to start mentioning.
They must have suited up their JV and freshman teams because that dugout is full.
They could easily field 2 teams.
Or more.
Let's go over those Lamar Vikings. Today in center field, number 24, Cooper Barnard. Number 1, first baseman, Jalen Humbles. Number 16, catching today, Nick Griffin. Number 18, third baseman, Mason Gilliam. Number 11, second baseman, Houston Cornish. Number 12, right fielder, Eric Olivares. Number 9, DHing today, Tucker Isbell. Number 8, pitching, Parker Schutte. Left fielder, number 4, Ethan Barnard. Number 18, playing shortstop but not hitting tonight, is Cade Shryock.
Very familiar lineup.
First pitch of the ball game is fouled off, 0-1.
First pitch temperature 80 degrees.
That was a inside fastball.
Just fouled off to the left-hand side. It's 0-1 count.
Pearce has a reputation of being a hitting team. The batter was swinging first pitch.
Second pitch of the game is popped up foul. Foul territory. It looks like Humbles is going to run out of room. It's going to be an 0-2 count. First batter of the game for Pearce.
And the batter swung at both pitches, got a piece of both of them.
His coach is going to tell him straighten those things out, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to protect the plate now.
Ballo played last night. Center fielder last night. Center fielder again today.
So let's see what Schutte has.
Ball is hit towards right field.
Falls
and
for
it
a hit.
Falls just in front. Falls just in front of the right fielder for a single. Runner on first base.
And so they're living up to their reputation. First hitter gets a hit.
The next batter is shortstop.
Well, we don't have to worry about the no-hitter that way. We can just
no-hitter's out of the way.
just settle down and play ball.
Parker Schutte has been near the plate on all 3 of those pitches, which is really good news.
That's great news.
Second batter's number 14, shortstop Garrett Schroeder. Right-handed batter in the batter's box. First pitch. Bunt. That ball is going to be fair. Fielded by Gilliam. He's got no play.
That'll be a second hit. Runners at first and second on a good bunt. About a little over halfway down that third base line.
Yeah, I don't know if the batter was wanting that to be a sacrifice just to get him to second base, but fantastic bunt. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Number 22 pitching today, Stefan Stahl. He is a left-handed hitter. Pretty good size young man. He's taller than the catcher or the umpire.
Big man. Tall and lanky. But it looks like a little bit of muscle on him, too. So we're facing a challenge. Runners first and second, nobody out. There's a good pitch.
First pitch, strike.
Swing and a miss.
On and miss by number 22. Yeah, first pitch strikes to all 3 batters by Parker Schutte. Ball is hit deep.
Deep left.
Oh, it's over his head, but it is going to be well foul.
Oh,
Boy, off the
2.
bat, I thought that was going to be fair.
Yeah, I did too. Well, now
Do you have
think
a little
about
bit
it.
of wind?
Think about it now.
Mm-hmm.
You have faced 3 batters. There hadn't been a ball placed on the score board. He's throwing
No.
strikes.
True.
Throwing strikes. But
He is
they're
throwing
hitting
strikes.
it. They're hitting it.
No balls, 2 strikes. Third pitch of the at-bat.
There's the first
Just-
one.
Just a bit inside.
Yeah,
Takes.
spoke too soon.
Ball 1, 2 strikes.
But that was a smart pitch. It was trying for that inside corner against
Sure.
the lefty. Lefties normally like those inside pitches. Now, this coach is not having this batter bunt. He's too good a hitter.
I would agree. Both runners take their leads, relatively small leads, dancing a
There
bit at
you
second
go.
base.
That should be a
Ball
fly.
is hit in the air. Looks like an infielder. And second baseman makes a play. There's your first out of the inning. We do want to give a shout out to Jay Ryan. Jay Ryan is the one that makes this happen. He is hiding out a secured location.
The next batter is the catcher,
So
number
we're very
7,
thankful
Chris
for you.
Farrar.
Jay, thank you for all you do. We hope you're listening today.
We appreciate all he does behind the scenes.
Cleanup batter is Chris Courage, number 7.
One out, runners at first and second.
First pitch, over the plate but low.
That's
Ball
the
1.
First time he doesn't throw a strike, but it's over the plate, just slow. It's one of those, looks like a slider that the bottom drops out of it.
Yeah, it's a pitch that you'd love to get the batter to swing at because that's probably going to be a ground ball. Second pitch of the at bat, catches the outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Be interested to find out what this ump's strike zone is going to be. That's the first one that's been over a corner. We'll see how wide that strike zone is. Oh, well, we got him. Got him
The runner picked off.
picked off from second base.
Shooty was ready to pitch, saw the runner from second headed towards third, stepped off the mound through to third base, and we have a caught stealing. So that's the second out. 2 outs. Only 2 outs.
Well, I punched it. There we go.
There we go. 2 outs. And your batter continues to be number 7, Chris Courage.
Well, we're going to have a
Looks like,
conversation.
yeah,
oh,
I think
the
he was
runner's hurt.
shaken up just a little bit sliding into third.
Yep.
Not sure where that tag was made, but may have gotten him just a little bit. No pitches have been made, so you have no balls, no strikes. 2 outs now. Still have a runner at first
Well, we
base.
should have 1 ball.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
1-1.
So Bill Frawley is here. He's doing all the PA for us, and Bill pointed out that our first runner of the ball game last night was picked off, and maybe that's a sign of things to come. No balls, no strikes. First pitch, just a bit inside. Ball 1.
No, it should be ball 2. Let's see what he says. See what the ump says. Guy running the score clock here needs to get his head in the game. Oh,
Fouled
inside pitch.
We definitely have 2 strikes then. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
We do have. And the good news is we've got 2 outs with the runner at first. We went from runners at first and second and no outs to runner at first with 2 outs.
It's a fantastic thing to do if you're Lamar.
That's the way you do it. Shut it down. Guy at first taking a good lead, though.
Count is even. From the windup. Throws over to first base. Runner's back in time. Tag is made, but the first base umpire calls him safe.
Parker didn't
Shooty's-
like how much
Go ahead.
advantage he's taking.
Shooty back in the mound. With the runner on first, he's in the stretch.
I think what he's trying to do is get Shooty to balk because he's jiggling around over there. You go.
Ball's hit fairly deep into right field. Right fielder over to make, into left field, and ball's in the bullpen. Still learning my lefts and my rights.
Schuty's throwing strikes,
He is.
and they're swinging the bat.
They're swinging. You know, they were swinging last night, too. They just weren't making contact. Right now, still nothing on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first.
Lots of twos. It's a high breaking ball. Didn't break.
3 balls, 2 strikes. I believe that's what I just saw. All right. Back in the stretch. 3-2 pitch.
Another strike.
Fouled off.
Tip foul.
Fouled straight back. The runner 14 was on his way to second, but he's going to need to come on back.
Full count. You run 2 outs. You got to be running. No, there's nothing to gain by standing.
True. Although as Vikings fans, we'd be fine if he wanted to stand there on first base.
If he wanted to stand and watch before he decided what he wanted to do. Yeah. There you go.
Ball
is in
to
place.
third base. Gilliam with the play. Throws across to first base. And
They called him safe.
They called him safe at first. The runner from first goes all the way over to third. Really close play.
And coach is
Kino is going to come out and discuss this in a friendly manner, I'm sure, to say
the runner
exactly.
advances to third base.
I'm sure what he's going to do is ask if he can get some help from either the second base or home plate umpire to see if they had a better angle of that. It was a bang play, and we have a umbrella.
Yeah, I can't see around it.
That's not really helping us see first base, but
close. I mean, if they call it
yeah,
safe, I can understand
it was very close.
Infield single because, I mean, the only thing that could be an error is if the third baseman Gilliam bobbled it. It's probably an E5 because he did bobble it a little bit before he was able to.
He didn't.
Throw.
Yeah, Gillum didn't throw real quickly.
So the play is going to stand. So we're discussing in here if that's going to be an infield hit or possibly an error. We're going to call it up here an E5. We see in courtesy runner number 21.
Yeah, I'm gonna double check.
Trent
Okay.
Williams.
And so we move from 2 out and runner at first.
First base number 21, Trent Williams.
We move
Next
from
batter, number 17, first baseman Ryan Sessions.
2 out and runner at first to runners at first and third with 2 outs. First,
Good news is you don't have to turn 2 to prevent that score from.
yeah, Gillum. If Gillum makes the play, we're out of the inning.
Next batter up is number 17, first baseman Ryan Sessions. Takes the first pitch low and outside. You know, Schuty really right here just focus on the batter and you're out of the inning. Nothing, nothing gained for Pearce.
Only the second batter didn't throw a first pitch strike. There it is. Only didn't get the call.
2 balls, no strikes. That ball was just a little bit inside, maybe a little bit low as well. Runner at first did start towards second but came back, probably trying to get the catcher to throw through.
I'm surprised that the runner's still at first. Maybe with 2 outs, they don't want to risk it. But normally when you got a man at third, the guy from first at least tries to draw the throw.
He did on that first pitch, not on the second. Let's see.
And now the Vikings call a play about the runner.
Fairly good lead over at first. Once again, Schuty in the stretch.
Oh, hit pitch. Oh, hit him.
No, I thought it hit him.
I did too.
Apparently the ball did not hit the.
Sure as that, Parker Schuty's asking, didn't it? The ball changed course, it bounced off his legs.
So the ball
But
was
the-
pitched. It was right by him. It has to be a hit because the runner ran straight to first base.
Now the runner's still at home plate.
Well, he started running until he realized, wait a second, if I stay right here.
Come on, guys. Umps, you got it.
Play, you can't call that. How are these other guys
Yeah,
No,
they need to.
It did change. Yeah, the ball changed directions. I would definitely say that it was a hit batsman, but they're going to say
Wild pitch.
a wild pitch. So the runner from third does score. Number 14 does score on the play, and the runner from first goes all the way over
To
to third base on the wild pitch. Wow.
That's a couple of errors on blue today,
Well,
in my opinion.
number 17 again, a
Which-
left-handed batter, and that should be ball 4. That should be ball 4.
And finally,
The umpire never waved him over. It's umpire's fault.
Okay, so that's a 4-pitch walk to number 17 to get him over at first base. We have runners at first and third, still 2 outs. One runner has come across on the wild pitch by Parker Schutte. A couple controversial calls, I would say, Steve. One, the very bang-bang play over at first, but the other one
who
was
now
a
is
ball
at third
that,
base.
Correct. Another one was a ball that Parker Schutte believed hit the batter.
And Griffin did too, because
Yeah.
he didn't run for it.
Throw down to second base. The runner at first stops and comes back. The current batter is number 13, Marshall Stinnett, excuse me. Number 13.
And he called that a ball, I believe.
Ball 1.
You know, on these playoff games, you need umps to be a little more decisive.
Ball is grounded to third base. It's going to be a tough play for Gilliam. He stops, he throws, and got him. Got him
Okay.
at first base. Out on the 5-3. And so just to wrap things up, we've got 1 run on 2 hits, 2 runners left, and we are headed to the Viking part of the first inning coming up
And,
next. All right.
Leading off for the Vikings in the bottom of the first inning is center
Richie
fielder number 24.
Sherrod. Boy, it's bad when you get your own name wrong.
There you go.
Richie Sherrod,
Sunshine
Steve Langford
Barnard.
back with you. It's the bottom of the first inning. Leadoff batter is going to be Cooper Barnard. He's your center fielder, number 24, left-handed batter.
He's been lead off in center field all season long. You might say he has that secure. Oh, and he calls that a strike.
First pitch is a strike.
It's a hard fastball, but it looked a little low for my taste. He
Ball
puts
is-
it in play.
Hit fairly shallow, caught by that was a pop-up, caught by the first baseman, number 17. 2 pitches, 1 out.
The next Vikings will play first baseman number 1, Jalen Humble.
Jalen Humble's coming up to the plate. Jalen's playing first base tonight.
Batting.
Played in the field last night as well. Batting left.
He's a left-hander as well. So the
Really-
Vikings are going to have to be on their game.
Really like to see him get on base. And
There's
Oh,
a
there.
first hit.
Hit
Oh, hits it
pretty
deep. Is
Could
it going to
be
get
over
there?
The center field.
No.
The center fielder
he
goes
got
into
there.
the left center field gap, makes the play. on the first pitch, one out on the F8.
That was a well-hit ball, and it looked like it might go to the gap, but center fielder had the speed to get under it.
Nick Griffin.
Nick Griffin is next batter, number 16. He caught last night and is catching again today. It's a tough job.
Tough job. So this pitcher's thrown 3 pitches, he has 2 outs.
Yeah. I like the aggressive nature of the Vikings hitters, but we need to get some hits out of it.
Yeah.
Fouled off. First pitch was a strike, fouled at the plate.
But the
No balls, 1 strike.
home plate ump didn't call it that. He didn't call anything.
True.
Okay.
Steve, that's why we have you
adjust
up
my
here to
attitude.
make sure.
Adjust my attitude. Okay.
Second pitch looks like it was inside.
Well,
Couldn't tell if that was low and inside, but it looked like it was inside. We'll go
again,
with
the
that.
umpire doesn't make any move at all. Kind of looks away. So we're going to take his head looking away, meaning it's a ball.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right-handed batter. Swung on, fouled back. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
You know what's interesting? I don't think we've heard him call a strike yet, so we don't know what his.
Well, the first pitch so Bill was just commenting. We haven't heard many called strikes. Second pitch is high and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Griffin. Yeah, we haven't heard many called strikes from the umpire to see if he actually has any type of emphatic move. Another ball, just a little bit off the plate.
That was a breaking
3
ball
balls,
that
2
didn't
strikes.
look like it was going way outside, and he was wanting it to curve over at the last minute to the corner. Just didn't quite get there, at least according to this umpire.
In the
So full
windup.
count.
Full count pitch. Fouled away.
Fouled it off. Okay.
Fouled off to the right.
So Griffith now has faced 6 pitches, double what the pitcher had thrown.
Yeah.
When
We're
he
making
stepped
him
in the
work,
box.
making him work for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we need to do that.
Wind up and the pitch.
And he takes
just
a
a
base
little
on
bit high,
balls.
takes a walk. Fantastic. Earned that walk. And Bill Frawley would say that was a quality at bat.
With a
8
courtesy
pitches.
runner.
Courtesy runner is going to be,
The next batter for the Vikings.
yeah, that's going to be number 14, Cooper Barnard, taking over at first base as the courtesy runner.
Cooper Barnard.
Next up, number 18, that is going to be Mason Gilliam. He's your third baseman this afternoon. Right-handed batter. Tall young man.
And he can stroke the ball. He's just not always consistent in getting it done.
He's got quite a bit of field over in left center field.
Yeah, right back at the pitcher
Oh, on the fly.
on the fly.
No one.
Pretty decent hit, but fielded by Stahl, the pitcher. So,
And
The
again,
bottom of the first inning, no runs,
First
no
pitch.
hits, 1 left
Yeah.
on base. There is,
Yes.
still the score, 1-0.
so no runs, no hits, one runner left on base. At the end of 1, it is Pearce 1, your Vikings nothing. All right, welcome back to Lamar playoff baseball. Top of the second inning, the bottom third of the Pearce order.
Leading it off at the top of the second
Going to
inning
begin
for
with
the
number
Mustangs.
15, Luke Mitchell.
Second
Number
baseman.
15, second baseman,
Another
Batting-
lefty.
Mitchell.
Batting left-handed.
Steve, we were at the Pearce field last night, and not to demean the field or anything like that, it's a bit of a crackerjack box, not very deep. First pitch is a ball,
That's
and
only
I
the
think it
third
tells
batter
you-
get a first ball pitch.
I think it
ball.
tells you it helps to have a lot of left-handed batters at that particular field.
Does it?
Yeah, I would
It
say
was
so.
Pretty small field, huh?
Second pitch a bit outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Yeah, it was about a 16-foot fence all the way around with the exception of right center and right.
So that says that their fence is in.
There's a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Parker Schuette's been pretty consistent, and let's see him get a couple more strikes here.
His breaking ball is just not breaking on him,
Yeah, stays at
staying out.
that fourth pitch just a little bit outside. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Yep.
See if number 15 takes this pitch.
There you go.
Mm.
Oh, he called that a ball.
Yeah. So that is a leadoff
Base on
walk
balls.
for Mitchell. Now batting number 5,
The next batter is right fielder number 5.
right fielder Caden Varner, right-handed hitter. Looks down to the third base coach for the sign.
Looks to be one of the smaller kids on the team,
Mm-hmm.
frame-wise,
Steps into the batter's box on the right-hand
which
side.
probably means he has some speed because he's playing the outfield.
Parker back in the
Oh, he's-
stretch.
Oh, bunt foul.
Gilliam was coming in on that play, I think, anticipating the bunt, and I think if that had been fair, that was going to be
Yep.
an out. That
It was
gonna
up
be a
in the
ball that was
air.
caught.
Yeah, Gillum was coming straight in, and the ball went about 5 yards outside the baseline, and he couldn't shift gears.
There's another first pitch strike.
We'll
Bunted
take
on.
it.
Runner at first takes a reasonable lead.
Going to bunt
Bunted
again.
again. Fielded by
Field's
Schuette.
going to be at plate.
Throws
Plate
over to
first.
And the out is made. The runner does advance to second base. Sacrifice.
With a 1-3 out. Runner at second in scoring position. That brings up the number 9 hitter.
That's number 4, left fielder Tanner
Next batter is
Brickert.
center fielder number 4, Tanner Brickert.
Another
Brickert.
righty. And again, he is looking down at the third base umpire for the signs. Steps into the batter's box. Schuette's going to stay in the stretch with the runner on second. Gets the sign he wants. And here's the first pitch.
A
And
beautiful
strike call.
slow curve that just didn't think was ever going to get there, but it fell right in the strike zone. It's pretty.
Every strike is pretty.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
You know the old adage, what's the best pitch to throw?
A strike,
There you go. There you go.
regardless of how you get it.
With the second pitch,
There's
fouled
another
on.
strike.
Swung on, fouled to the right-hand side. Brickert in the hole. Brickert in the hole in a 0-2 hole. 2 pitches, 2 strikes. Looking down at the bullpen. I think they may just be getting a little bit warmed up, don't you think?
Well, I would think so. It's a little early to be panicking, but a little high.
Just a little bit high.
Be early to be panicking, but you want to be ready.
1 ball, 2 strikes. What we're talking about as we looked over the bullpen, it looks like Peyton Browning in there getting a little work in.
All right, 1-2. There's another.
Swung on
swing
and
a miss.
missed. There's the first strikeout of the day for Parker
Went down
Schuette.
swinging.
So that's 2 outs for Pearce.
That
The
brings up.
leadoff hitter, number 2, Ballo.
He
Next
singled in the
up, player
first.
10, Dean Balo.
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 The good thing is we have Bill right here next to us that I know is going to say the right thing. So if we mess up the last name,
He's also
Bill's
center
going to help us
fielder.
out. Popped up. Second baseman over, makes the
Houston
play,
Cornish
and
takes it.
3 outs.
We'll take that. We needed that one.
So we have no runs on no hits and 1 runner left. Headed to the bottom of the second inning, the Viking part of the second inning.
The score remains 1-0.
Score 1-0 Pearce.
That base on balls didn't hurt us after all.
Nah, not at all.
That's
all right.
a good comeback. Good
we
comeback.
come back, you know what? I'd love to hear. Bill, you got a second? Bill, you want to tell us? I'd love for you to tell everybody what we heard from the coaches and stuff last night.
So last night as I was packing up some of my equipment into the car, their announcer, who I met before the game, came up to me and said, hey, I just want to let you know, y'all's pitcher talking about Tucker Isbell last night was incredible. No one has done that to our team to hit them. They are a hitting team. And then he went on to say he made our hitters look stupid, his words. And I just thought, what a compliment, you know. And then I heard from Coach Kino this morning that after Tucker went up and shook hands with the Pearce coach yesterday or last night, he also said basically the same exact words. So what compliments, you know, from their announcer and their coach to Tucker and saying he's got a bright future ahead of him. Of course, he is committed to go play D3 ball at Hendrix College in Conway, Arkansas, along with today's starter Parker Schutte. So there's what that is.
Yeah, and now put this in perspective. They only had 2 hits all last night in 9 innings, and they already have 2 hits in the first inning today.
True. Well, let's take a quick break, and we'll come right back after a little Van Halen.
Leading off for the Vikings in the bottom of the second inning, second baseman number 11, Houston Quinn.
We told you it was going to be a quick break. That was a super quick break. We always have to be careful because when songs are played over the air, we don't want to get tagged and maybe lose our ability to show the game or to play the game, I should say. Our leadoff hitter today, this inning, is number 11, Houston Cornish. Pops one up third base side. Third baseman does make a really nice play. Boy, that's about 20 yards off of the third baseline and able to make the play. That play, there's no way that's made last night. Because
there's
that
no
ball,
room.
No, not at all.
Batter for the Vikings.
So one pitch, one out.
Now again, Houston swung at the first pitch and fouled it off.
Some aggressiveness.
Third baseman caught it. But what that means is this pitcher's not having to work very deeply or hard.
Number 12, Eric Olivares, the right fielder today. He is in the batter's box. First pitch swung on, fouled straight back. Second pitch.
Up the middle.
Hit up the middle, grounded by the shortstop, throws over to first in time for the 6-3 putout. Nothing wrong with being aggressive, Steve, but
nope.
Maybe a little too aggressive right now.
Well, you got to be aggressive. You got to hit. You got to take advantage when it's there.
True.
Tucker
Isbell was so great last night. Fantastic on the mound, and he comes in to
DH today.
First pitch is just a bit outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Of course, if you were listening just a few minutes ago, Bill told a great story about the opposing coaches and a hit towards the shortstop. Shortstop fills it on 1 bounce, throws over to first, 2 pitches, and an out. That is 3 up, 3 down for the Vikings.
The second inning is still 1-0. Baseball fans remember
have yet to get on the scoreboard.
Directly behind home plate with all kinds of great.
Steve, they've been real aggressive.
Yep.
Nothing to show for it quite yet.
Yep. Candy chips, all the
so we have no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Headed to the third inning.
And the only way we've only had 1 on base, and that was a base on balls.
Yeah.
But they are putting the ball in play, which is good news. Sad news is that most of it's on the first pitch, so this pitcher's not working exceptionally hard.
How about we find some holes coming up there in the next few innings?
There you go.
All right. Heading to the third inning. It will be the top part of
number
the JJ
number
Pearce
2 batter.
And we'll be back in just a moment. All right.
And we're back.
Third inning, leadoff hitter is going to be number 14, Garrett Schroeder.
He singled the first inning.
First pitch strike.
How many first pitch strikes do you have? Or you didn't keep count? I've got 6 at least.
6, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the 11th batter.
Be 8. Because there's only 3 balls. First pitch ball.
Okay. That makes sense.
Ball is
Be
hit
there,
towards
be
center
there,
field.
Cooper.
Cooper Barnard comes in, makes the running play. Nice play by Cooper Barnard. If you're scoring at home, that is an F8.
He had to run to get
Number
there.
22, Stefan Stahl.
He did, made a nice play. Timed it very well. Stefan Stahl comes to the plate, left-handed batter.
Stefan reached in the first inning on probably an E5. It was one of those bang-bang that the coach questioned when he was called safe.
Now I'm having him as a pop-up to second. I have him as an F4. 22.
There's a
Grounder
ball
to
to
second
second.
base. Throws over to first. Humbles makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out.
We'll take.
We'll take that.
Now, it's all right for them to have a first pitch.
Absolutely. How about a few of those?
Yeah, number 7.
So 4-3 on the put-out. Number 7. Now, this is where we had the little bit of a controversy.
That's right.
Ground ball over to third base his first time up. A little bit of a bobble by Gilliam and just beat the play over at first, according to the first base umpire. First pitch is a strike. Caught the outside part of the plate. No balls, 1 strike.
He's definitely, Bill, throwing more first pitch strikes than balls.
Gilliam is way in.
Whoa, that's a base hit down
Yeah.
the third base line.
Not sure if Gilliam would have been able to make
Nope.
that play either way.
No, that's a base hit
Sharper
regardless
hit
of
right down the line. That's
For
a
a double.
double for Courage.
Now, the only way Gilliam could have
Next, number 17,
fielded that ball is if he had been playing on the bag.
Runner at second base for the Mustangs, number 21, Trent Williams.
Courtesy runner over at second base, number 21. Bill, do you have Trent Williams as number 21? Okay. Number 21, Trent Williams, is the courtesy runner over at second base. Number 17 steps in, left-handed batter, Ryan Sessions.
Nope. Is there no count yet? You showed over one on the board.
Now keep it. No balls, 1 strike. Fouled off to the right side. Ball well out of play. That's one of those that if anyone's going to catch it, it's going to be a sedan.
Oh, there you go.
Back to the stretch. Gets the pitch he wants.
Good pitch. Didn't get it. Couldn't call.
Just a bit outside to the lefty. He's not, even these balls, a lot of them are really not missing by very much. Last night we had a fairly wide strike zone for most of the game, and, every umpire is going to call it a specific way.
Everyone has his own strike zone.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Way high. That was another breaking ball that hung up there.
Mm-hmm. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner at second. Not much of a lead. There are 2 outs. Certainly doesn't want to get caught.
Good pitch.
Ball is
Hit deep.
hit pretty deep out to
It's
left
gonna
field,
fall.
and it's just out of his reach. That's going to be another double by Courage, and that is going to bring number 21 home. Runner scores from second.
Scoring is number 21, Trent Williams.
Ball was hit fairly deep and just
Next,
out
number
of
13, Marshall Stinnett.
just out of the range of just out of the range of
Oliveras.
Barnard.
Oliveras is in right field.
Excuse me,
Yeah, he
Well.
just misjudged that.
left field. Ethan Bernard.
Yeah, Bernard. Right field's on the other side.
Got the brothers in left and center.
First pitch to number 13, Marshall Stinnett.
We have several of these Pearce names that you have to get the emphasis on the right syllable for them.
That's exactly right.
And Sinet is one of those.
Once again in the stretch.
Fouled it off.
Fouled off. It's going to be no balls and 2 strikes. Gets ahead of him.
2 outs, but the runner is in scoring position. Base hit will score.
Looks in at the signs.
So that that last hit just reinforces what we heard.
Ball's hit sharply,
Goes
just under
through.
the glove of Shryock at shortstop. Barnard throws in. Ball's cut off by Gilliam, and that's going to be another run for Pearce. Base hit by number 13. Pretty sharply hit ball just under the glove of Shryock. Really good shortstop, just wasn't able to get that.
I would have. I was thinking, well,
The next batter's number 15.
that should be a play at first, and the ball went through. So
Yeah,
the pitching coach is going out.
That's one of those in between. If you come in on it, you can try and make the play before it bounces, and if you allow it to bounce on a dirt infield, it may or may not have a true hop, and it looked like there it just didn't
have a
come
hop.
up enough. Yep.
Didn't have a hop. It scooted on the ground, went under his glove. Yep.
Well, and I'm going to focus in on the bullpen just a little bit more. So you do have Browning.
Nope.
Peyton
Yeah,
Browning
Peyton,
out there.
Peyton.
The lefty that is warming up. Coach is out there talking to Parker Schutte. Coach Goodman is out there talking to him. The entire infield comes in. Everybody disperses back to their positions now.
So Bill made the comment in his story that last night it was Isbell threw a two-hitter.
Mm-hmm.
We've had 2 hits in the first inning, 2 hits now in the 3rd inning.
Yeah.
So that just reinforces that how good that was last night.
Well, you don't get into the playoffs by being a bad team, and I think they have a good team. Number 15 comes in. He is showing bunt right off the bat and takes a strike. Nice pitch by Parker Schutte.
They've got 2 outs. I don't understand trying to get the runner around with a bunt.
Well, I think this is just a matter of let's put the bat out there and see if he can focus on throwing a strike. I don't think he's going to bunt again.
That's going to loop in third
Hit
left
the other
field.
way again. Over to left field. Played in by Bernard. Throws back into Shryock at shortstop. Runners on first and second. Another single. And up comes number 5, Caden Varner, to the plate.
Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Back-to-back hits.
Clear the count. Varner sacrificed the runner to second last inning. Back up again. Gets the sign
Number
from
8
third
hole
base.
hitter.
Schutte again pitching from the stretch. Throws the first pitch. Nice pitch. Swung on, I believe, just fouled off. Yes.
Yep, tip strike.
So we have no balls and 1 strike. Still 2 outs, although runners on first and second. Your Vikings are playing a pretty standard defense. Everyone's pretty much straight away. Left fielder and right fielder fairly deep. Next pitch just a little bit high and inside to the right-handed batter.
Had a little heat on it.
Yeah, it did. Parker understands, this is the playoffs, and if you lose this game, you're out.
Yep.
And so, look, you don't have anything to hold back here. Ball just outside.
Pretty pitch.
Yeah, I thought it was too. I think that would have been a strike last night, but this particular umpire is not going to call that. 2 balls, 1 strike.
If that had been a
Go ahead.
2-strike pitch,
Maybe.
the batter would have had to been chasing it.
Maybe, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
Oh!
Again, pitched just a little bit inside. We're
It's down the middle.
we would think that the umpire is going to have a much better view of the pitch. Maybe, maybe not. That ball looks really, really good from our vantage point. 3 balls, 1 strike.
I guess it was high.
I was going to say I thought maybe it was inside, but I thought that ball was pretty nice.
And that one's way
Just
outside.
a bit outside.
To load the bases.
That's going to be a walk, and I wonder if, yeah,
brings up the 9-hole hitter.
Everybody advances.
Number 4, Tanner Rickert.
Parker's more than a little frustrated.
I would say so. You know, we talked to his dad earlier today and said, you know, he woke up ready to go this morning. And, when you're not seeing the success, you've got to focus on what you can control. You can't control what the umpire calls. You've got to focus on what you can do. And next pitch.
Line.
All right.
Right.
Drive
Cornish.
to second base. Cornish makes a leaping catch for the third out of the inning.
Leaving stranding 3.
Stranded, so 2 runs on 4 hits, 3 men left on base.
In the top of the third inning,
Headed
2
to
runs
the-
on 4 hits. The bases left loaded. The new score: Pearce 3, Lamar 0.
Headed to the bottom of the third inning, the Lamar part of the inning. 3 runs for Pearce, no runs yet for the Vikings. Steve, how about we get some of those hits?
Let's put it together now, shall we?
That's right. All right. Join us back in just a moment when we come back for the bottom of the third.
It's your pitcher, Parker Schutte.
All right, Steve. Bottom of the third inning. We're going to have Parker Schutte, starting pitcher, Ethan Bernard, and back to the top of the lineup with Cooper Barnard.
So bottom of the third, we're just now getting around. That's number 8-hole hitter and number 9-hole hitter.
Make all of it up right here in this inning. First pitch is bit inside, maybe a little bit high. 1 ball and no strikes.
So Pearce has batted around twice now, scoring 3 runs in that journey around the batting lineup.
Swung on and missed on the second pitch. Ball looked like it was a little bit low, maybe outside, but did swing. Took a pretty good cut at it as well.
Took a good swing.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That was a
Next pitch.
high
Fouled
curve.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Schuette's in the hole, 1 and 2. Stahl in the windup. And the pitch.
Hit him. Hit pitch. We'll take it.
Wait a second. He's.
Calling it a strike?
Now we're going to argue this one too.
Oh my goodness! It hit him in the hand, and now the umpire is saying it did
It's
not.
a foul.
hit him.
It's saying it's a foul.
If it hit his hand, the hand is part of the bat.
Yeah.
But if it hit his wrist or above,
Okay, so just
1
to
ball,
reset
2
this,
strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The ball was pitched on the inside part of the plate. Looks like it got Schuette right there.
Caught him top of the hand.
Yeah, right
and
about
that,
the wrist
That
area.
means it's a part of the bat.
At what point is the hand not a hand? Is the wrist a hand?
wrist is not a hand, Rich. When is a door not a door?
Well-
When it's a jar.
But Parker's saying, hey, it hit me right here on the wrist. And anyway,
That-
1
the
ball
ump-
and 2
the ump
strikes.
told him to get in the batter's
It
box.
hit me here, Blue. It hit me here, Blue.
Right.
Blue.
See?
It hit me up here, Blue.
Next pitch is a ball high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Just hit his shoulder.
And
And it hurt because he definitely showed pain.
Swung on
Got
and
him.
missed. Does strike him out. Got to be frustrated. I know Parker's frustrated. He's got to be.
From the
boy.
mound and now at the plate.
Yep. That is
Left fielder Ethan Barnard.
that's the first strikeout for Stahl.
Which means
Ethan.
the Vikings have been putting the ball in play.
Ethan Bernard steps up to the plate, right-handed hitter. Takes the first ball low and inside. for
Tried to
ball
square
one.
around for a bunt and pull the bat back. Sometimes umps will call that a strike anyway, but he got the bat back. Did it again, another low pitch.
Low ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Yeah, on both of those plays, he gave the looked like he was going to bunt and then pulled the bunt back very quickly. Here's the third pitch. Swung on and fouled away. Fielded by his older brother.
Younger brother.
Younger brother. Cooper's younger?
Cooper's 2 years younger.
Good night.
Senior and sophomore.
Man.
They better be enjoying this.
Yes,
Because they'll not have this chance again playing together on
No
the same
doubt.
team.
no doubt.
There you go. Good eye. 3-1.
3 balls
It's a high
and 1
pitch.
strike. The reason I'm saying that is Cooper's got it would take me 3 years to grow a beard like that.
Yeah. Oh, we call that a
gracious.
strike.
3 balls.
You know,
and
that
2
has been
strikes.
known to be a ball in this game, but
3 balls, 2 strikes. It's going to be this is going to be the payoff pitch right here
so for those listening,
in the windup and the pitch. And
no, he called it again.
No way.
calls it a strike.
Gee whiz.
Now
So-
this is the point where we ask what part of Richardson
Number
the
24,
home plate
Cooper
umpire is from.
Barnard.
My apologies to those of you listening.
The umpire community.
Yeah,
Cooper Bernard comes up
at
to
this
the plate.
point, my wife is kicking me, elbowing me in the ribs, telling me to be quiet.
You need a place to sleep. Not stinky.
Swung on and missed for the first pitch.
My doghouse is big.
Oh my! We may be having a party down there. If your doghouse is for those of us complaining.
Out of town this weekend.
Stalls in the windup in the pitch. Ball is hit high, but foul.
2
Looks
strikes.
like
We're in.
that's-
Oh.
Oh. Looks like that's going to
Now
make
Cooper's in a hole.
in the hole 0-2.
Yeah, those last 2 called strikes on Parker. The
On
catcher had to turn.
Bernard, yeah,
on
Ethan.
Ethan had to turn his glove and had it on the ground to catch
Once
those
again,
2
foul
pitches.
back. Foul back to the screen. Still no balls and 2 strikes.
Cooper can battle a pitcher.
Going to need 2 here to stay alive for a little while, make him work. Next pitch.
Got him,
Swung
though.
on and missed. Strikes out the sides. No runs, no hits, nobody left.
No runs, no hits, nobody left on base.
The Vikings, I think, are very frustrated right now, Steve.
Yep. It's a frustrating time for him. First time, though, we got 3 strikeouts.
Yeah. Those are his only
Only
strikeouts
3
of the game
strikeouts,
so far,
yeah.
and it's 1 swinging, another looking, and then another swinging. And those are 3 pretty good hitters for the Vikings.
Yep, and this is the last time I'll say anything about it, but
I
it
bet
was
it's not.
probably not. But
I
it was
bet it's
one
not.
of those was a gimme.
Beautiful. I mean, those were so low. There's no way to hit it.
All right, we're going to come back here in just a second for the 4th inning. 3 runs for Pearce, no runs yet for the Vikings. All right, Steve.
Leading off in the top of the fourth inning, number 2, Dean Bailey.
Top of the order.
Top of the order's coming up for Pearce. 3-0. Pearce headed to the fourth inning.
Yeah. Shooty's still on the mound.
He is. Looks like the wind has picked up just a little bit. Are you sensing that as well?
Well, there's a ball.
1 ball, no strikes. Hasn't been nearly as windy as what it has been some of the other games. There's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. We got a called strike, Steve.
Whoa.
Third pitch is just a little bit high.
Again, he went to that breaking ball, and it just stayed up too high.
A little bit high.
He does that commercial for American Optical.
Man.
Okay, Bill.
3 balls and 1 strike. Next pitch, just a little bit outside. 3
3 and
balls and
1.
1 strike.
Hitter's pitch.
And a called
Whoa,
strike.
look at there.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Parker's able to come back and
Now full count.
get the full count.
Now let's get him. Finish him now. Nope, threw that breaking ball and it didn't break.
Yeah, the breaking ball has not quite been his best pitch. They seem to be staying a little bit high and a little bit inside.
But he likes it. He likes his breaking ball.
Schroeder comes up to the plate, number 14. Shortstop for Pearce.
Number 2 hitter.
Schutte goes back to the stretch with the runner on first base. Humbles holding him at first. Shows
There
bunt.
you go. Oh, didn't get
Shows
stole.
bunt. It was a strike. The ball's thrown down to second base, and he is safe
Safe at second. 0-1. Runner at second, scoring position.
Throw by Griffin was just a little bit to the shortstop side of the base and just a little bit late. So now you have a runner on second base.
Shryock actually fielded it in front of the base on the grass. That's how short it was. Nope. And there's a pass ball.
I think that's going to be a wild pitch just to the outside. Schutte comes in to cover home plate, but the runner is going to stay at third. So we go from runner on first. On the first pitch, we have a runner on second, and after the second pitch, we have a runner on third.
So this base on balls is a threat to us,
It is.
as most are.
We're going to call that a wild pitch. Should be 1 ball and 1 strike. Third pitch coming in from Schutte. There's an off-speed pitch that I guess stays just high. It is hard for us to see It's hard for us to see exactly where it is, but we're making some determination. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball's popped up. Not quite enough room to make the play.
Just out of the
2 balls and 2
playing
strikes.
field.
There's a lot of strike zone jokes going on here in the booth today. Some of them funny. Unfortunately, some of them may be true. Next pitch, hit deep.
Deep center field.
Cooper makes a
Cooper's
play
going
on
to
it.
be there.
Makes the
Runners
catch. Ball's
flag
going
it
to be
up.
thrown in and
Nope.
cut off. And the runner from third does score.
Number 2, Dean Bailey.
And that's where that leadoff.
Well, the leadoff walk hurts. But
Always.
the stolen base and the wild pitch really come into play there.
Yep.
So that's going to be a sacrifice fly by Garrett Schroeder to score the run. Currently 4-0 Pearce.
Stefan Stahl.
Stahl hits a sharp,
Well played by Cornish at second base.
nicely played, pitches over to first base, humbles, for the 4-3 putout.
That was hard hit ball. Cornish played it on the first top.
Number 7, Chris Courage.
Chris
Fielded
Courage
it
comes up to plate.
cleanly.
Courage is your cleanup hitter. Right-handed batter steps in and takes the first pitch strike. Now he's got that breaking ball. Really did cut over.
It did.
And get a nice part of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. 2 outs. No runners on base.
Now, we need to acknowledge that
Second pitch is a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Go ahead, Steve.
when people are frustrated, they often find a scapegoat to dump their anger on. And we acknowledge that could be going on with this umpire.
Maybe.
But
Second-
we could also acknowledge that he may have earned it.
Third pitch is fouled off. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I think another thing to look at is, Schutte has spent a lot of this game pitching out of the stretch. Here he is coming out of the windup, and he's looking a whole lot better.
Yeah,
2 balls, 2 strikes.
it's a good observation.
That's what I'm here for, Steve.
There you go.
In the windup, and the 2-2 pitch, fouled away, off to the right-hand side. I have learned my rights and my lefts at this point, Steve. Takes me a few innings. Out of play, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gets the sign from Griffin. In the windup, and here's the pitch.
Got him.
Swung
swinging.
on and missed. Strikeout for Parker Schutte to end the 4th inning.
But
They
not-
do get 1 run on no hits, a very costly walk, stolen
Lead
base, wild pitch
1 run,
combination.
No hits, nobody left on base in the top of the 4th inning.
All right,
The score,
1 run on no
4-0.
hits, nobody left on
That takes
base.
us to the 4th inning stretch.
Headed to the bottom of the 4th.
4-0.
We've said this a few times. How about we get some hits this inning?
Well, we're going back to the top of the order,
Yes,
and they've seen him once.
this is a
Let's
great
see what
time
we
to
can
do.
do.
it.
Let's
Well, let's
take a
come back in
stretch.
just a second. The 4th inning stretch. Let's come back and enjoy the bottom half of the 4th. 4-0 Pearce.
Humble.
All right, Steve, bottom of the 4th inning. Jalen Humbles is going to lead it off for us. We have a little work to do.
They have a little work to do. He flied to center field first time up.
Put a pretty good jolt on that ball.
He did. First pitch, too. Let's see what we do here. There you go.
A little bit low and inside. First pitch is ball.
In
1
the
ball, no
dirt.
strikes.
Good eye, Jalen. We need a base runner, bub.
Ball is fouled away to the right-hand side. 1 ball and 1 strike. I want to comment just one more time just how much larger this field is than what we saw last night. Third pitch, hit deep.
Yeah, it's a low.
Ball is foul. The the right fielder never saw
Never
that
saw
ball.
the ball.
Never saw it, and luckily for him, it was a foul.
Because Jalen drove it deep.
Was hit pretty deep, but it was about 15 to 20 feet foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That was a high hanging ball.
Ball's hit out to first base, and it is
Goes
just
foul.
foul.
That was one of those stay alive pitches,
Yep.
which was a smart swing. All right, Jalen. 1 and 2. He's putting the bat on the ball.
Balls.
Outside.
Next pitch is a ball on the outside. I guess outside part of the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Excuse me, outside of the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's one of those pitches that comes way across.
Right-handed or left-handed pitcher, left-handed
Right
batter.
back at the
right
bat.
back at the pitcher. Runs it towards first and pitches it to the first baseman for the 1-3 put out. 1 out.
Do y'all need something to drink, guys? Anyone up here?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, number 16 coming up to
Catcher.
Nick Griffin. Boy, back-to-back catching. That is tough to do. And he's doing it today.
Yeah.
Played well last night, keeping the balls in front of him. Doing the same thing tonight. First pitch is hit deep.
High.
Looks like it's going to be foul. Third baseman is out of room. Lands in the Lamar bullpen. No balls and 1 strike. Lamar is putting bat to the ball. It's just, it seems like it's either going straight to somebody or it's been a lot of foul balls.
Having a hard time finding the hit hole.
Mm-hmm. In the windup and the pitch.
There's
Second pitch is a strike. No balls and 2 strikes.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Will do. Thanks.
outside pitch.
Next pitch is a little bit outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That was probably a little bit of a throwaway. Let's see if I can get him to chase it. Didn't chase it. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It was one of those close ones, though, that when you have 0-2, normally you're trying to protect.
Lefty throws the next pitch, and that, once again, that is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
A breaking ball that he wanted to come back in over
Mm-hmm.
that outside corner, just didn't reach it.
Griffin able to
Good
even
movement.
out the count. Yeah, good movement, just not enough. Here's the windup and the 2-2 pitch way outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Stefan didn't like hit that pitch. He was frustrated with himself. Body language
Yes.
suggested he was
agreed.
frustrated with himself.
So Griffin's
Full
able
count.
to work the count full. Pitcher's in the windup, and the 3-2 pitch. Ball is hit fairly deep. Center fielder coming in, makes the play, makes the catch. That is the second out of the inning. Got a little too much air underneath that.
The next batter is number 18,
Yeah,
Mason Gilliam.
quite frequently those high-hanging curveballs come in slow,
Hot dogs at the concession stand. Get 'em hot, get 'em
end up
fresh, get 'em
in a
on
fly
the-
ball. And that's exactly what happened.
2 outs for the Vikings. If it's going to start right here at number 13,
Let's go, Mason.
Mason Gilliam. First pitch on the inside part of the plate. Strike 1.
Outside edge, the inside.
Good night. Second pitch is a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And
Gilliam.
and the difference between those two pitches is about 2 inches.
Maybe.
There you go. That's going to
And
slice in.
Ball is going to land
Ooh.
just foul. Just foul. Ball was hit down the right field line.
It was sliced.
Sliced foul.
It means the ball comes over off the bat spinning.
Steve, if you've seen me golf, you know I know what a slice is. Here's the windup and the pitch. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gilliam crowds the plate just a little bit on that right-hand side. Wind up and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strikeout for Stahl. So that is 3 up, 3 down for the Vikings.
Nobody scores in the bottom
At the
fourth.
end
It
of
remains
4th,
2-4,
that's
Lamar's
no
0.
runs, no hits,
Once again,
no
folks,
errors,
our friends
and
Hot Dogs at the
nobody
concession
left.
stand.
Headed
Get 'em
to
on,
the
get 'em
5th
fresh,
inning,
get 'em
where we
all
will
day
have
long.
Middle of the order.
Middle of the order for Pearce coming up. See if we can hold him and make something happen towards the last part of the game.
Yep.
Headed to the 5th. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, we just heard a little Seven Nation Army. We need Lamar Viking Army
Yes.
to get on here, and let's get some hits for the home team.
Number 5 batter, first baseman, first pitch is
Just kidding.
Number 17 at the plate, that's Ryan Sessions. 1 ball and no strikes.
You know, it's kind of fun being off the right.
there's a
Second pitch. I'm guessing that's outside. Again, I don't know because I thought that was a strike. 2 balls and no strikes. Left-handed.
We will acknowledge that we don't have, like on TV, one of those little squares or
We don't.
rectangles up there
Third pitch is fouled away to the left-hand side.
where the camera shows us where the ball actually hit in that rectangle. But our rectangle,
I think Bill is our rectangle. We're
There
using
you go.
Bill is our rectangle.
Get it? X.
Yeah.
there you go.
Next pitch is fouled away. Straight back.
2-2.
Shooty. Parker Shooty able to level up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And again,
he's pitched so much better once he's in with
When he's in the windup.
In the windup, yeah, absolutely.
Yep. And he didn't take much time.
2-2 pitch, just a bit outside.
Yeah, he wanted
Count goes full.
Sessions to chase that, and Sessions thought about it and held off.
If he wants him to chase it, he's going to have to pitch one of those strikes that are called a ball.
Yep, there you go.
Ball's hit
Right up the
straight
middle.
up the middle for a base hit. Leadoff hitter on board.
I would rather see him hit the ball
Number
for a
13,
hit
Marshall Stinnett.
than walk.
Yeah,
And we got a courtesy runner.
there we go. Courtesy runner is 0-0. That's Nate Melendez.
Courtesy runner at first base, number 00, Nate Melendez.
Courtesy runner is different than a pinch runner, right, Steve?
Well, I guess the pinch runner, you get pinched. I don't know. What's the difference?
Pitch.
That should be a pinch runner because he's running for a position player. So my bad.
Oh, okay, so it would be a pinch. Would be a pinch runner.
You get courtesy runners for catchers and pitchers.
Got it. Courtesy runners would be for catchers and pitchers. A pinch runner would be for any other position player. So it looks like a pinch runner, Nate Melendez, coming in.
Does that mean Sessions
First
has
base.
to come out, though, since he has someone running for me?
You do have some replacements.
We saw that last night.
First pitch is a strike. Second
Deep,
pitch
deep, deep,
hit
deep,
deep,
left.
but it looks like it's going to be foul, just out of the reach of Ethan Bernard over in left field.
Not
No
that,
balls.
not
and
that much short of the fence. 0-2
0-2 count.
for third baseman Stinnett.
The runner at first isn't taking much of a lead. Humbles is holding him on.
Oh, hit pitch. Hit him.
Yeah. So number 13 goes to first. Zero, the pinch runner, is going to head over to second.
Runners at first and second with nobody out.
Number 15, Luke Mitchell.
So the second baseman comes up, the number 8 hitter. We're in the bottom third of the batting order. Let's see what we can do here. And we're going to, coach is telling them we're going to do a sacrifice bunt here. We
Looks
want you
like
two guys running. Let's see if I read his signals.
Yep.
There's the bunt
He is
signal.
showing bunt. Parker probably knows what's up as well. Wanted to see if he would go ahead and commit to the bunt. He commits to the bunt now. Wind up the pitch.
There you throw
at
him out at
base.
third, and he missed the throw.
Throws just high at third base. The runner from second is going to come all the way around and score. Melendez scores from second. So that's going to be I guess we would say a stolen base and an error on the catcher to overthrow.
And I assume that was a ball.
Yes. One scored.
That would have been 0-0.
Correct.
Well, we had the play we wanted. We just didn't.
15, Luke Mitchell.
We just missed it.
Oh. And an E3. Ground ball to first base. The runner on second is going to come all the way around to score. Humbles mishandled the ball over at first, gets past him. It was picked up by the second baseman, but it was too late to make a play either at first or at home. And the runner from second makes it all the way around.
Now the wheels are beginning to come off.
Yeah, and this is where, you have a tough decision to make. The score is 6-0 now. Do you bring in another pitcher? And it looks
like that's what we're going to do.
There's another meeting at the mound. Griffin comes in. Goodman comes in, and he just took the ball from Parker. Obviously Parker's upset. He doesn't want to have to leave the game, but
coach is meeting him at the line and bringing him in.
So it looks like number 5, Peyton Browning, is going to come in to pitch. He's a lefty, a little bit different. Going to show the batters a little bit something different. So let's
say that.
Let's stay here for just a second and see if we can see exactly what he does.
It didn't take Pearce long to get those first two runners around home.
No, it didn't, and it was not on base hits, not on sacrifices, but rather on errors.
Yeah.
So we have an error.
Two errors. Error by the catcher, error by Griffin at first.
Tell you what, Steve, let's take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll get ready for the last part of this inning. All right, we are back. We're continuing in the fifth inning. 2 runs have come across to score. There was just an error on the first baseman. We have a runner on first base, nobody out, and the new pitcher is Peyton Browning. The ball is bunted. It is.
Came off of him.
Oh, excuse me.
It was foul. Well,
Okay.
bunted, but it came off of him before it hit their turn.
Ball was bunted. It did go off the body of the player, and so that is a dead ball at that point. No balls and 1 strike. Throw over to first base, just to keep him honest.
Well, Peyton's a lefty, and so that throw to first is a lot easier.
Yes. No balls, 1 strike. Number 5 is the batter for Pearce, Caden Varner.
That ball was high and outside.
1
He
ball
pulls
and
back the bunt, but they're still trying to get the runner to second with the bunt, sack bunt.
1 ball, 1 strike. Pretty light lead over
Oh,
first.
whoop.
Ball's thrown down by the catcher. Runner's back in time. The
Griffin
tag was placed by Humbles.
Griffin
2 balls,
fielded
1 strike.
that called ball and immediately fired the ball down to first base down.
A couple ways to keep a runner honest over at first. and that's one of them.
Absolutely.
From the stretch. Batter shows bunt, pulls it back. 3 balls and 1 strike. That last pitch just a little bit outside to the right-handed batter.
So Peyton needs to be focusing here. It's 3-1. There it is.
3-2. Right down the middle. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Steve, do you send the runner on here?
Wish I'd counted how many times their batters have shown bunt, pull back, and it's still called a strike.
That was a stay alive swing. Fouled off.
Count remains at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled off straight
So
behind
was the
us.
runner going?
Runner was going on that one. If you want to be aggressive, send the runner. Defensive setup is pretty standard for the Vikings. Everybody straight away. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ball is hit up
It's
in
fouled.
the infield. It is foul, and the play is made by Jalen Humbles over at first base. Just about 20 feet off of the line. There's your first out of the 5th inning. Outs are nice, Steve.
Well, yes, always. Number 9 hitter.
Tanner Brickett comes up to the plate.
He's been bunting most of the game.
Yeah, he has. Throw over to first base. Runner is back in plenty of time. Just to recap things, 2 runs have come across. 2 runs scored. Both of them are going to be, we would call them unearned. Both of them on errors. First pitch is a strike on the outside part of the plate.
Throwing error and a fielding error.
Mm-hmm.
No blue error on those.
Browning pitches. Whew, nice pitch.
Yeah.
Swung on and missed. That ball had really good motion, coming down and inside to the right-handed hitter. Next pitch, ooh, similar pitch. Just got a piece of it to stay alive. No balls and 2 strikes. Browning's pitched really, really well to this batter. He's got something that I'm not sure that Brickert can handle. Gets the sign he wants. And the pitch.
That
Grounded
should be
to
a double
shortstop.
play. Pitch.
Throws it a second for 1. On to first
No,
base.
no.
Oh, and he says he's off the bag at first. Good gravy. Well, Taylor made double play right to the shortstop, pitched it over to the second baseman, and apparently just off the base at first base. So you do get 1 out. You replace the runner at first. But now with 2 outs, we do have the leadoff hitter here. And remember, you never can assume that there's going to be a second base, so not an error or anything like that.
So that's not a hit because
Fielder's choice.
it'd be a call to fielder's choice.
That's correct.
What is interesting, I think what this coach is telling these batters, because here's your number 1 hitter doing the same thing, is you square around to see what this pitcher can do and see if that'll throw him off.
Top of the lineup back up to the plate.
There's
Next pitch is a ball thrown down to second base and a stolen base for number 5, Varner. Or excuse me, that should be number 4, Rickert. Excuse me.
Now the batter's number 2. If the throw had been there, he got it in time, but it was just way high.
1 ball and 2 strikes. That last pitch was a called strike on the outside part of the plate. Right-handed batter back in. Browning eyeing the situation. Sees the pitch he wants. Steps off the mound. Runner at second base heads back to second. Retouches. And starts to take his lead. Browning one more time in the stretch. And here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled off to the left.
To the bullpen, to the dugout. Browning's doing a good job.
He has, yeah.
He's throwing good pitches, throwing strikes, having the batters off.
The count's in his favor here, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody holding the runner at second on. 1-2 pitch. That one is in the dirt. Going to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looking for the pitch he wants. And here it comes. Again.
He just got a piece of it.
Fouled away over to the left-hand side. A little bit different than a major league game. Usually those foul balls are thrown up into the stands or something like that. Don't have quite the money that the Texas Rangers do here. And so a lot of those foul balls are put right back into play, either brought over to the umpire or directly thrown back out to the pitcher.
So here's a question. Well
Ball is
played.
lined out
Oh,
just over the second baseman's head. Right fielder makes the play, throws into home, and it's going to be cut off. Yeah. Yeah.
The runner scores from second.
Runner scores from second. Don't know that he was going to make that play. The play should have been cut and thrown over to second. On the base hit, the runner does advance to second. That is another run home.
3 this inning.
Number 14, Garrett Schroeder.
Well, what the Mustangs are doing are showing us why they're at the top of their.
You know, we did hear last night that this is a really good hitting team, and we're starting to see that. 8 hits on the day.
Yep. They're not just putting the bat on the ball; they're putting it into play where it becomes a hit.
First pitch is a ball, just a bit outside. Runner on second base. And so Browning is going to continue in the stretch. Here's the pitch. Just, we saying a bit outside on that one? They're really, really close. These are really close pitches, guys. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the 2-0 pitch.
3-0.
3-0. 3 balls and no strikes. Griffin just walked out and said, look, I know. Just do what you can.
Yeah, just make your pitches.
Yep.
This is the first batter that Browning's not been competitive with.
Yeah, and again, he's very close to the plate. I wouldn't say that he's wild at all. I mean,
No.
all of these are, I think. just to show you how many people we've got out here, we have got people that are out on Davis Drive that are staying here to see, sitting there waiting to see the game.
So he draws a
being
baseball
hit by a
ball.
car.
Runners at first and second, 2 out.
That's a ball 4. Runners on first and second, still 2 outs. 22,
Number 3 batter.
The pitcher, Stahl, up to the plate. Advances to home, so we have another runner scoring.
And
the
guy at first is on third.
all the way to third.
That's what you call aggressive
on the
base
throw
running.
home. Wow.
Well, wow.
I'm baffled as to even what is going on at this point.
Well, so first pitch was, what was it, a ball? And catch, the guy was stealing from second to third. Griffin had a good throw to third.
Throw was
Gillum just mishandled it. So the guy came up and ran through Gillum to steal home. Meanwhile, the man from first, it was a double steal, man from first ended up on third base.
On the throw to home.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, there's a lot going on. Ball is grounded, fielded by Browning, pitches over to first, and they finally get the last out of the inning, but not before Pearce scores 4 runs. I'm seeing 2 hits. Is that correct, Steve? 4 runs on 2 hits?
Yep.
4 runs on 2 hits. They do leave one man over at third.
The other runners were a hit pitch, an E, a base on ball, and a fielder's choice.
All right. So your current score is J.J. Pearce 8 and your Vikings nothing, but they are coming up in the bottom of the 5th. Let's take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Middle of the lineup.
All right. Bottom of the 5th inning. Your Vikings coming up to bat. Leading off is number 11, Houston Cornish. You know,
Yeah.
I want to say this. Stahl has a no-hitter going through 4.
The Vikings have had 1 base runner, and that was by base on ball.
Ball 1. Yeah, the perfect game is gone. But I'd be okay if the no-hitter was gone too.
Well, that meant we actually got a hit. We haven't been doing much of that.
Yeah. Second pitch is fouled away. 1 ball and 1 strike. We mentioned this earlier, Steve, that the Viking hitters have been very aggressive, just not quite finding the holes, not quite, hitting it where they ain't, so to speak.
They've hit some deep balls, but that were playable by the outfield. They can't get it over the infield for a base hit.
Ball is sliced away.
So it's not like they've had 4 strikeouts, but before that, they were putting the bat on the ball.
True. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stahl has been able to pitch out of the windup for most of the game. Left-handed pitcher facing the left-handed batter. Houston in the box, gets the pitch he wants, and here's the pitch.
And again,
Popped up. It's going to be on the infield. That's an easy play for the catcher. Comes in, makes the play, and throws it around the horn. 1 out.
Number 12, Eric Olivares.
We would score that an F2.
catcher
You call that an F2?
F2.
Okay.
Catcher caught the high pop-up just down the third base line.
A lot of times you'll have a third baseman come in there and make that play. But the catcher was able to get underneath it and make the play. Here's the first pitch to Olivares. Eric Olivares, right-handed hitter.
Who plays in right field.
Makes sense. Yeah, a lot of these guys are football players as well as baseball players. Second pitch is a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike.
And I wouldn't worry about that if I was Olivares, because that's not a hittable ball.
Probably not.
Deep inside on a right-hand pitcher, that right-hand batter, that's hard to. Came right
Ball
back
is
with the same kind of pitch, though, same location.
fouled away on the on the left-hand side. Third baseman's playing a little closer to the line. Matter of fact, it looks like a little bit of a no doubles setup on the infield. Everybody's straight away, with the exception of the center fielder, a little bit over on the towards right center. Everybody else pretty standard. That third pitch, the next pitch is a ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wind up and the pitch, a little bit high. Count is full to Olivares.
We'll take a base on balls.
Of course, any way to get some runners on base would be fantastic. 3-2 pitch is on the way. Swung on and missed. The ball was dropped, but the catcher quickly makes the tag on Olivares. And there is the second out. 5th strikeout by Stahl.
Number 9, Tucker Isbell.
Olivares went chasing one there, was low and inside, but you're protecting the plate too. So.
Well, and you also have a position where the umpire has called that a strike in the past, so you really have to swing at it,
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier that's not one that you want to swing at, but you have to if the guy's going to call it a strike.
That's one of the things about an inconsistent umpire is the batter loses all perspective of what's a strike and not, and what you have to swing at
Sure.
and what not.
Tucker Isbell comes up to the plate. First pitch is a strike. Second pitch swung on and swung on and missed very quickly in an 0-2 hole. Third pitch on the way. A little bit high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Isbell was fantastic last night as a pitcher and getting the chance to hit again today.
We're making their pitcher look really good today.
Yeah. Swung on and missed. Struck him out swinging. 3 up, 3 down for the Vikings.
No run scored.
Starting to run out of time for your Vikings to come back. Now you want to just kind of make it, let's make this presentable, so to speak. All right. Current score is 8-0. Pearce headed to the 6th inning. We will be right back. All right, we begin the 6th inning. Chris Courage, the cleanup hitter, coming up.
Number 4 hitter to lead off.
Browning in the windup. And the pitch. Significantly outside. That's an easy one.
That's yep.
That was a ball.
We're not gonna complain about that call.
That was a ball. Next pitch. Grounded weakly to the pitcher. Browning throws over to first base. Humbles makes the play. 2 pitches, 1 out. Throw it around the horn. Number 17 is your next batter.
The next batter is number 17, Ryan Sessions.
That may have come off the very tip of the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Because it didn't ring like it hit well.
Nope, it didn't. Yeah, usually you get a little bit of a ding if it's a pretty good hit. That was more of a ping.
Yep.
First pitch, high and inside. Ball 1. What was really nice there is you were able to get a guy out on just a couple pitches. Let's make this a really short, quick inning.
And a primary hitter, too.
Yes. J.J. Pearce may be, you've got enough. If the score stands the way it is, 8-0, you've got time to get home and maybe get lunch with the family if you hurry. Ball is cranked to center field.
Go Cooper. It's going to be going over.
Cooper is tracking
That's going to be a triple.
Catches it before it gets to the fence.
Stand-up double.
Throws it in. Stand-up double. A little bit of a charge put on that ball.
Yep. Normally Cooper can track him down, but that one was in the gap.
The next batter, number 20, Levi Rosenblum.
So we have a pinch hitter here. Number 20 coming in for number 13, Levi Rosenblum. Not Rosenblum?
Rosenblum.
Got it.
Again, one of those emphasis on the right syllables.
First pitch is just.
We'll take a strike.
He gave it to him?
Hey, wait, you called strike. Strike, right? You cannot pull back. He looked like he was trying to say,
That first pitch was a strike. No balls and 1 strike. There is a runner on second base. From the stretch, Browning throws just a bit outside.
He does have that breaking ball that he throws on the outside and hopes to cut across that corner. That one just missed.
He's got another one that goes down and in to a righty. Let's see if we don't get one of those.
There it
there
was.
There you go.
You called it.
That's what I'm here for, Steve.
There you go. But
But it was a ball.
Yeah, the problem is the blue didn't call it.
2 balls and 1 strike. The runner at second base doesn't take much of a lead. Not sure how many runs you have to score before you call off the dogs a little bit, but 8 might be it.
no, you got to
Nope.
10 or 12 at
10 or 12?
least.
Okay.
Yeah, especially with 2 innings left.
3 balls
When you
and
have
1 strike.
when you have an aggressive team, they don't know the word to let up on the gas.
Sure.
isn't-
Things can happen in the playoffs.
Ball is fouled away. Fielded. Oh, man. We giving an
He
E to the
tried.
third base coach there?
He
E on
tried.
the third base coach. You got to make that play, coach. Rosenblum back in. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out.
Got him.
And the ball's
Base
just
on
a
ball.
bit outside. That postage stamp size strike zone hasn't moved very much. So the walk to Rosenblum.
Now number 8.
They are getting some guys off the bench there.
Looks like it.
Now batting number 8, Dylan Quinn.
Now batting number 8 is Dylan Quinn. It looks like he is coming in for Luke Mitchell. Right-handed batter. First pitch is high and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Humbles is playing behind the runner at first, not holding that runner or the runner on second. In the stretch, gets the sign he wants.
Oh,
1-0
oh,
pitch.
oh, 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 oh.
Oh, hell, the umpire wouldn't even watch it. He didn't even know he was getting appealed to. Maybe
2
that was
balls.
first.
Check swing. They do petition over to the first base umpire, but he
was
calls him safe.
He was looking at left field.
What? Oh, no. He didn't swing. No, he didn't swing.
Answer that appeal.
2 balls and no strikes. Next pitch, a little bit high and outside. Goodman may be coming in here to get Browning settled down just a little bit.
Yeah, we can't load the bases here with nobody out, with one out.
Vera warming up in the bullpen.
Well, and you can see by the body language of several of the players. We saw it a little bit with Parker Schutte. He was frustrated. He was frustrated from the pit as a pitcher standpoint. Also frustrated because he's like, look, the ball hit me right here on the wrist, and you're saying it hit the bat or it hit my hand. He's thinking he's about to go to first base, doesn't, then strikes out.
Yeah.
So there's, again, I know it sounds like, hey, we're blaming this on the officials, we're blaming this on the umpire, we're blaming this. That's really not the case. It's just that, sometimes there are things that happen in a game that, for a young man that's 16, 17, 18 years old, that's incredibly frustrating because they feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Why aren't you doing what you're supposed to do?
And if you're a competitive kid,
Sure.
you wouldn't be playing baseball if you weren't.
There you go.
To not be able to perform well and achieve is a frustrating experience.
The meeting at the mound has broken up. 3 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike.
The pitching coach was saying you're not coming down with your wrist on that breaking ball. That's why it's not falling.
And
There's the base on balls.
Ball 4 inside. Bases are loaded, 1 out. Would you like a positive?
I'm listening.
You have a force at any base.
There you go.
Force at any base. Bases are loaded. Number 5.
The batter's number 5, Caden Varner.
Caden Varner. Everybody moves up 1.
Varner's looks like, 0 for 3,
1 ball, no strikes.
or 0 for 2 at least. That's another positive.
Yeah. There's a strike call. 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 out.
You're pitching to your 8-hole batter, so at least make him put the ball in play.
Definitely.
Just like that, and
Ball
right up
is
the
hit
field.
up the middle.
Double
Step
play.
up
Oh,
first,
and he
throws it
missed
high to
it.
first. Throws it high to first. The runner from second is going to come, or the runner from second, and of course the runner from third scores. The runner from second comes around. 2 runs scored, and that's going to be 1 run is going to be on the fielder's choice. The next one is going to be on an error by the shortstop.
We did get 1 out, right?
That is correct.
Batting next, number 4, Tanner Rickert.
So number 17 and number 20 score on the play.
Number 8 was out at second.
Correct.
They have a hit and run on.
Ball is popped up. Center fielder
Cooper.
Cooper Barnard comes over into left center field, steps in front of the left fielder, and makes the play for the 3rd out. 2 more runs for J.J. Pearce. That is 2 runs on no hits.
1 double.
Oh, excuse
lead
me.
off double.
2 runs on 1 hit. Thank you.
Double.
At the top of the 6th inning.
2
men
base
left.
on balls.
2 runs on 1 hit, 2 men left. Headed to the bottom of the 6th.
Vikings are down to 6 outs.
Yeah. Vikings are trailing. Let's get some runs. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, Steve. Bottom of the 6th inning.
So you saw how Parker, when he was pitching, got frustrated, and he lost his control. See, frustration and anger makes you less.
Steve, you are on.
Oh, I
First
didn't
pitch.
realize I was on. I was talking to.
First pitch to Parker Schutte is a strike.
I
Fouled
was
away.
doing some coaching
Fouled
here.
away to the right hand
Coaching
side.
and teaching here in the booth.
We just had to keep the profanity at a minimum. Second pitch grounded.
No.
The whole bobble.
No hitter.
That's it. That's definitely the first hit of the ball game.
Single by Parker Schutte.
You gonna give him a hit?
Absolutely.
And listen to the crowd.
See who's hitting.
All right.
Batter for the Vikings, number 22, Zach Woods.
Okay, Zach Moore is up.
Zach Woods coming up
Zach
to
Woods.
the plate.
Zach's a senior.
Zach comes in and helps us. Zach comes in and helps us up in the booth every once in a while. Zach's a great young man.
Great young man.
Left-handed
Great.
hitter, takes the first pitch for a ball. Leadoff single. That is the first hit of the ball game for your Vikings. Absolutely. Yeah,
It came off his glove.
First pitch was hit towards shortstop. Had to go way over in the hole. Tried to field it. Did make the throw. Second pitch is a strike to Zach.
Zach, you got this.
Come on, Zach.
Place is about that 345 sign out in left center field. That's his location.
Really?
Yeah, he had a triple out there the other day.
He held.
Break, he didn't come around.
Held up.
Yep.
And the pitch gets
there-
away.
And
So
the runner
they're going to
advances.
say 2 balls and 1 strike.
Oh,
Runner-
he called it a strike.
Oh, gracious.
They appealed and he called it a strike.
Excuse me. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Third
tried
base-
to hold up his swing, but
the
the
third
third base
baseman
coach
was-
called it.
The coach wasn't looking at right
Third
field,
base
so
umpire,
Zach, you got this.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Swung on and missed. Zach goes down swinging on that one. Eddie Chirez coming in to hit.
Ahora bateando número 23, Eddie Charez.
Eddie Chirez comes in. He's a right-handed hitter.
hitting for Cooper Bernard, number 1 place. No. Yes.
First pitch swung on and fouled straight back. We have new windows here, and we're waiting to see
For the first.
how ball resistant they are. And luckily, we haven't had that this year.
I really do kind of want to stand in there and throw one real hard so we know ahead of time, seriously.
What happens if it breaks it, though, Bill?
Well, then they fix it. I mean, seriously, it wouldn't hurt to do that after the season's over.
Just see.
Seriously, just get someone to stand on it, just bean it as hard as you can and make sure, or do one of these over here at least. Where it
Yeah.
matters much.
Agreed. Talking to Bill about, what do you do if it breaks the window? 1 ball, 1 strike, swung on and missed
Good
on
cut.
the third pitch.
Good cut.
Really good cut, good pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Jacob Bowler's on deck. He'll be brought in as the next off the bench hitter. Kind of getting some other guys into the game here.
Got quite a cheering section that have moved down into place right behind. Another ball fouled off to the right-hand side. The runner on second base. The runner on second base is Parker Schutte.
Be
Taking
fun
a
to
little
see
bit of a
Charaz put the ball in play.
Absolutely. How about one right there in the gap?
Yeah, there's a big gap. Shortstop's out of place.
Next pitch is a little bit outside, maybe a touch high, high and outside, we'll call that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swung on and missed. Catcher makes the play, throws it over to first base to complete the strikeout. 2 outs.
The next batter for the Vikings, number 2, Jacob Oler.
Jacob who?
Jacob Holler. Jacob Holler coming in to pinch hit. Right-handed batter.
I love that walk-up song. Can't wait to play it more next year.
First pitch strike. Holler takes. Stahl continues to work from the stretch. Gets the sign he wants. Throws in. Ball is fouled straight back. No balls and 2 strikes. Standard defense set up by J.J. Pearce. Everybody's ready for the pitch. Finds the pitch he wants. Throws just a bit low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The fans that we had out on Davis got too hot. Sitting on the street, that's got to be hot.
Well, on the concrete on the street, yeah. There's a
Next
oh,
pitch.
look at that!
Hit into
Look
right
at
field.
that! That's right to the right fielder.
Right to the right fielder. Comes in about 10 steps, makes the play, and that is going to be a ball game. Steve, we've had 2 tremendous games. We've had a tremendous season by the Vikings this year. This isn't the way we wanted to end it, but, you know, we do have a lot of things to look forward to going into next season.
And we did get into the playoffs.
We did?
Both teams today.
Yep.
Please, buckle up
Folks,
and
the
drive
final
home
score here
carefully.
is going to be J.J. Pearce 10, your Lamar Vikings nothing, 9 hits to 1. But I almost feel like the score was closer than that. But Stahl was really, really good today, and not quite the hitting that we needed to stay.
Yep, we did
to stay in this game.
Yep. We can see why J.J. Pearce we're in the top of their district.
Yeah. J.J. Pearce, second place in their district, first place in their district, and the Vikings fourth in theirs. And you see, this is where it comes to play. Well, folks, thank you very much for listening to us today. We enjoy you listening to us for the rest of the season. Before anyone else goes, Bill is here, and I want him to make sure he says anything he needs to say before we go.
Well, hey, thanks, Richie. I just want to say what an incredible season. These Vikings fought hard through some adversity, some injuries, some other things going on different times of the season. Inclement weather, still playing on these grass fields in our Arlington Independent School District. But these guys never give up. They fight through everything, the VFND spirit. We look forward to what's coming up. We're graduating 8 seniors off the team. We've got an incredible set of freshmen and junior varsity players coming up behind them. So I only see bright things in the future for Lamar baseball. Richie, thanks for that. I'm going to let you close it out.
All right.
Thank you, Bill, for your work.
Guys, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate you listening. If you don't listen, we don't get to do what we like to do. Thank you very much. And Steve, thank you very much for joining me today.
It's been a joy.
I think
Always
it's been fun.
enjoy.
How about we play baseball again next year?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
And as always, Jay
And,
Ryan, we thank you very much for being at an undisclosed location. Really quick, let's do our sponsors. Chris Rentz Insurance Company, Physicians Ageless Solutions, Cover All Bases, Raisin Canes, Luxor Staffing, Patriot Print Fulfillment, Green Oaks Spine and Sport, Central Park ENT, Sutton Frost, Carey, No Frills Grill, Painters USA, H2H Plans, and Redeemer Arlington. And as always, we appreciate you joining this home game streamed live on youtube.com, Lamar Vikings Radio. That's a special thanks for the grant from Allstate Foundation in collaboration with the Positive Influence and the Javier E. Nahera Agency here in Arlington.
Thank you, Javi.
Thank you very much, Javi. Our webcasts are always in good hands.
And our webcast now will shift to Viking football. We'll have a spring game.
Oh, that's right.
Coming up later this month, and hopefully maybe some commentary on it.
Sounds great. Thank you very much, fans. VFND.
VFND.